Today, we uncover 5 revolting coconut oil brands that are quietly turning a natural superfood into a highly processed, flammable, or flavorless mess. Some of these are sitting in your pantry right now, sold as extra virgin or pure while hiding propellant gases, heavy refining, and industrial blending behind cozy labels. And stay with me, because at the end I'll show you 3 coconut oils on Australian shelves that are actually pure, properly made, and worth your money. For the last decade, Australians have been told coconut oil is the magic fix for everything. Put it in your coffee, fry your eggs in it, slather it on your skin. We were sold this picture of villagers cracking fresh coconuts on tropical beaches, cold pressing the oil by hand, and bottling it just for us. But walk down the oil aisle at Coles or Woolies today, and that dream has been hijacked. Instead of simple, fresh, cold-pressed oil, you get aerosol cans with butane and propane, jugs of deodorized industrial oil, and anonymous blends that could have come from anywhere in the world. This isn't just a few dodgy bottles. It's a system that rewards long shelf life, neutral taste, and low cost over purity. Refined oils are stripped of flavor and antioxidants to make them versatile. Aerosol sprays use propellants to make you feel healthy while you're literally spraying gas on your pan. And bulk blenders quietly mix and match canola, palm, and coconut to create custom oil solutions for food manufacturers. So let's pull back the curtain and walk through the 5 coconut oil products Aussies should think twice about buying again. Because once you see what's really going on, you'll never look at that healthy jar the same way. Number 1. ProChef Coconut Oil Spray. Woolworths. If you've ever grabbed that white and green ProChef can from Woolies, you probably thought you were being clever. Extra virgin coconut oil, but in a neat spray. Less mess, fewer calories, easy to coat the pan. On the front, it looks like a health hack. On the back, it reads like a fuel can. The ingredients tell the story. Coconut oil, 65%. The other 35% is butane and propane as propellants. The label is covered in fire warnings. Highly flammable. Do not spray on a naked flame. Do not expose to temperatures exceeding 50 degrees. And intentional misuse by deliberately concentrating and inhaling contents may be harmful or fatal. So let's pause. You switched from seed oils to coconut oil because you wanted something more natural. But now you're spraying your fry pan, and sometimes your food, with a cocktail of oil and hydrocarbon gases. Does that feel like the tropical wellness vibe you were promised? Or more like cooking with a miniature aerosol deodorant can? In practice, it's even worse. Instead of a clean spoonful of solid white oil that gently melts, you get a thin mist that vanishes on contact. There's barely any coconut aroma, just a faint, greasy film that can burn quickly if your pan is too hot. The marketing suggests extra virgin purity and convenience. But the reality is a heavily industrialized delivery system designed to move product through a flammable spray can. And if you think that's a one-off, wait until you see what Woolies does with its own house brand spray. Number 2. Woolworths Coconut Oil Spray. Woolworths' own coconut oil spray sits right next to ProChef, often at a slightly cheaper price. Same promise. Coconut oil, but easier. It looks friendly, with the Woolies logo you see on everything from milk to muesli bars. Most shoppers assume it's just pure coconut oil in a more convenient format. Flip it around, and the illusion disappears. The ingredients: coconut oil, 65%. Propellant, hydrocarbon, specifically butane and propane. The warning text is almost identical. Extremely flammable. Pressurized dispenser. Do not spray on a naked flame. And that same line about intentional misuse and inhalation. So, what does that actually mean for your body? The oil itself is still coconut, sure, but instead of scooping it out of a jar, you're now relying on compressed gas to blast it out of a can. The gas doesn't magically cease to exist the moment it leaves the nozzle. Some of it is in the air around you and on the hot surface of your pan before it dissipates. You're paying extra to move further away from a simple jar and a spoon. This is what the marketing suggests. Light, convenient, better for you than a big spoonful of oil. Here's what it really means. Highly processed delivery system with flammable propellants, designed to look healthier while being further removed from real food. If your goal is pure, minimally processed fat, these sprays are the exact opposite. They belong in the cleaning aisle, not the health food section. And if you think getting rid of the gas fixes the problem. The next brand shows how even pure coconut oil can be pushed far away from its natural state. Number 3. SSM Pure Refined Coconut Oil. Woolworths. SSM Pure Refined Coconut Oil is sold in Woolies as a smarter choice for all cooking styles. The label proudly highlights its high smoke point, 232 degrees, no coconut taste or aroma, and contains MCTs and lauric acid. In other words, it's marketed as the perfect neutral do-it-all oil. On the surface, that sounds great. No coconut flavor in your stir-fry, no smoking pan, still coconut oil. But here's the part nobody talks about. The only way to get coconut oil with almost no taste or smell is to refine and deodorize it. That usually means high heat and processing steps that strip out many of the natural aromatic compounds and some of the minor components that make virgin coconut oil special in the first place. So, what does that mean for your kitchen? Instead of a firm, creamy, off-white fat that smells like fresh coconut, you get a clear, almost odorless liquid that feels more like generic frying oil. It doesn't deliver that rich coconut aroma in curries. It doesn't give you the same flavor in baking. It's coconut oil that's had its identity scrubbed off. Now, to be fair, refined coconut oil can make sense for very high-heat cooking, and SSM is upfront about being refined. But many Aussies grab it thinking pure coconut oil equals healthiest option, not realizing there's a massive difference between cold-pressed virgin oil and refined oil. This is what the label suggests: pure coconut oil with bonus versatility. Here's what it really means: refined coconut oil that's lost much of what made coconut oil attractive in the first place. And if you think sticking to organic automatically saves you, the next product shows how even the word organic doesn't always mean minimally processed. Number 4. Purified and deodorized organic coconut oil. Let's look at a product category most people assume is bulletproof. Organic coconut oil. Take something like honest to goodness. Organic coconut oil purified and deodorized, sold in Australia. It's certified organic, and the brand is transparent that it's purified and deodorized using a newer process. They even stress that, unlike many refined, bleached, and deodorized oils, their method doesn't use excessive heat or chemical solvents. Sounds reassuring, right? Organic, cleaner process, high smoke point, neutral flavor. But think about the bigger picture. The whole reason coconut oil became popular was because it was unrefined, aromatic, and closer to its natural state. When you strip out most of the flavor and scent, you also strip out some of the naturally occurring aromatic compounds and plant components that give virgin coconut oil its unique profile. You're left with a more processed fat that behaves like any other neutral cooking oil. For some people, those who hate the taste of coconut, this might be fine. But if you're paying extra for organic coconut oil thinking you're getting that raw, unadulterated, island-style product. This kind of purified, deodorized oil can be a big letdown. It sits somewhere in the gray zone, not as harshly processed as typical RBD oils, but still a long way from cold-pressed virgin. This is what the front of the jar suggests: organic, pure, healthy, perfect for everything. Here's what the back quietly tells you: modified to be bland and odor-reduced so it can behave like generic vegetable oil. And if you thought the problem stopped at your kitchen bench, the fifth brand shows how coconut oil gets quietly mixed and moved behind the scenes, far away from the romantic marketing. Number 5. Bulk blended coconut cooking oils and private label blends. Most Aussies never see this side of the industry, but it shapes what ends up in your bottle. Large edible oil blenders openly advertise their ability to create edible oil blends and complex oil blends for specific markets. They mix canola, palm, sunflower, soybean, and coconut oils to hit a target price, smoke point, and performance profile. Restaurants, food manufacturers, and some private label supermarket brands buy these blends by the drum. So what's the problem? The issue is transparency. When that bulk oil gets repacked into a retail bottle or used in processed foods, you often see vague terms like vegetable oil, canola, palm, coconut, or coconut cooking oil, with fine print listing multiple plant oils. You might see a tropical coconut on the front and assume you're getting mainly coconut oil, when in reality it might be mostly cheap canola or palm with a splash of coconut for marketing appeal. Critics point out that internationally there have been past quality and contamination scandals involving some imported cooking oils. That doesn't mean every blend is dangerous, but it does raise questions when labels prioritize buzzwords over clear origin and composition. This is what the branding suggests: exotic coconut cooking oil, perfect for frying and curries. Here's what the system really means: industrial blend optimized for cost and performance, not purity, sometimes with relatively little coconut oil at all. When you add all 5 together, sprays with gas, refined neutrals, deodorized organics, and anonymous blends, you start to see the pattern. We've taken one of nature's simplest fats and turned it into a heavily engineered product line. So what do you buy if you actually want real coconut oil? Now let's talk about the Australian options that are actually worth your time. Safe pick number 1. Raw Sea Organic Virgin Coconut Oil. Raw Sea is one of the brands on mainstream Australian shelves that still does coconut oil the way it should be done. Their organic virgin coconut oil is cold-pressed from coconut flesh, triple-filtered, unrefined, and contains absolutely no additives. It's certified organic and marketed as raw, meaning it hasn't been through the high-heat refining typical of deodorized oils. What does that look like in real life? At room temperature, it's solid and white. When you open the jar, you get a clean, natural coconut aroma. Not a chemical smell, not a weird, plasticky note. In the pan, it melts smoothly, foams lightly, and adds a subtle coconut flavor to stir-fries, curries, and baking. This is what coconut oil is supposed to be. One ingredient, processed as gently as possible, clearly labeled, with no hidden gases or blends. It's more expensive than the sprays and refined oils, but you're actually getting what you paid for: pure fat from actual coconuts. Safe pick number 2. Macro Organic Virgin Coconut Oil, Woolworths. If you mainly shop at Woolies, their Macro Organic Virgin Coconut Oil is one of the better in-house options. The ingredient list is exactly what you want to see. Organic virgin coconut oil, 100%. No propellants, no purified and deodorized, no blend of other vegetable oils. Woolworths even advertises it as suitable for both cooking and skincare, with customers using it as a moisturizer, as well as for frying and baking. That's a good sign that the oil hasn't been aggressively stripped or scented. It still behaves like a natural fat outside the kitchen. In the jar, it's firm and creamy. On the skin, it melts and absorbs with that familiar coconut scent. In cooking, it gives real flavor and doesn't feel like a neutral anonymous oil. Is it as boutique as some small batch brands? No, but for a national supermarket line, it's impressively straightforward. This is the kind of label you want to reward. One ingredient, organic certification, and no unnecessary processing claims. Safe pick number 3. Aldi Just Organic Extra Virgin Coconut Oil. If you're an Aldi shopper, you don't have to miss out on proper coconut oil. Aldi's Just Organic Extra Virgin. Coconut oil has built a loyal following specifically because it offers real coconut oil at a budget-friendly price. Aldi Mum reviewers rave about it. Love this. Use coconut oil for just about anything. It's amazing and affordable. And it is the same as the more expensive brands. I love it. Again, the magic is in the simplicity. It's extra virgin and organic, and marketed for everything from cooking to hair and skin care. People use it for stir-fries, baking, hair masks, and moisturizing, which only works when an oil is genuinely clean and minimally processed. In other words, Aldi proves that you don't have to choose between purity and price. You just have to avoid the highly processed formats and blended products and go for the straight jarred oil. If you want to go even further, there are boutique brands like Life Extra Virgin Coconut Oil and Melrose Organic Unrefined Coconut Oil that are praised for taste, aroma, and ethical sourcing. They tend to cost more, but for people who use coconut oil daily, that bump in quality can be worth it. Australian food culture has drifted a long way from real food. We've gone from cracking fresh coconuts or buying simple jars of oil to spraying gas-propelled oils from cans and cooking with deodorized, anonymous blends. We've taken something that should have one ingredient and turned it into a chemistry set. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Next time you're in Coles, Woolies, or Aldi, here's your simple action step. Pick up the coconut oil, flip it over, and ask 3 questions. 1. Is it just coconut oil? Or are there gases, propellants, or other oils listed? 2. Does it say virgin or unrefined? Or is it refined, purified, or deodorized? 3. Is the brand clear and transparent about what you're getting? Or are they hiding behind buzzwords? If it fails that test, put it back. Choose a solid jar of virgin, organic, unrefined coconut oil instead. Support the brands that keep it simple and starve the ones that over-engineer a basic fat. If this video helped you see your pantry a bit differently, tap like so more Aussies can protect their plate. If you want more deep dives exposing the worst oils, spreads, and health foods in our supermarkets, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever used one of those coconut oil sprays or refined oils and wondered why it felt nothing like the real thing? Which brand shocked you the most in this video? Drop your experience in the comments, and let's make sure the supermarkets know we're paying attention.